Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Killerhertz, and in today's video we're sat in my 2011 CLS63 AMG. Now in this video I'm going to show you exactly how to activate the AMG Race Start function. Now that's basically AMG's fancy name for launch control. So if you're not familiar exactly what launch control is, it's a feature which modern performance cars and AMGs and M cars and so on have had since around 2010. That's an electronic aid which will allow you to accelerate the car at the fastest possible speed, and it does that by taking control of the throttle and the traction control, so you get the fastest possible launch. And in theory it's actually faster than any person can action, but we'll find that out. You often see this in car reviews where journalists will put the car into launch control against another car to see who can go the fastest in a drag race. So I'm going to show you in the video exactly how you do this. And before we start, there are a fair number of little prerequisites which the car has to, settings which we have to adhere to before the car will even let you carry on.
Before we continue, if you're not interested in seeing how you actually set up Race Start and you just want to skip ahead to see runs of the car actually launching, please skip to the time code which is on screen now. So on with the prerequisites. Before you start anything, make sure you have a safe place to continue this process. Now ideally a racetrack or a deserted car park such as this. Now under no circumstances try this on a public road. Now this is going to require you to switch off the traction control, and the last thing you want to do is lose control at high speed and cause an accident. Okay, there's a couple of really obvious things which you need to do before we let you continue. First up, of course, is make sure that all the four doors are shut. Make sure that all yourself and the passenger's seatbelts are on. Then make sure that the steering wheel is the dead centre position. If it's ever so slightly off at an angle, this won't let you carry on. So it has to be completely dead centre. Next, possibly the most important thing, is the oil temperature. So you can see here it's actually 89 degrees and it's actually showing up as white. If it's below 80 degrees, it'll appear in blue, like so, and it won't let you continue. So to protect the gearbox, it has to be 80 degrees centigrade and above. Okay, so we're ready to go. The engine is at the correct temperature. Got a nice long track in front of us with no one around. So the first thing you want to do is get your left foot on that brake pedal and keep it held down. Then press the traction control button, which will enable sport handling mode. Next, with your foot still held down on that brake pedal, move the car into drive. And then on the gear selecting wheel, you'll now be able to select Race Start. Okay, so on the instrument cluster, you get two options. Oh, that's going with the camera focus. You've got confirm paddle up and cancel paddle down. So as soon as you press paddle up, it'll say available depress accelerator. So it'll give you a couple of seconds. You have to put your foot down onto the accelerator until it gets to 4,000 revs. And as soon as it does that, release your foot off the brake and then you'll go. So we'll give it a go now. And then get ready to run out of to brake when you run out of road. Still find it funny after all this time. Once you finish, the car will still be in sport handling mode, so you need to remember to switch that off. And then the car defaults back to the Sports Plus setting. Okay, so I'll quickly show you what happens if you don't do it correctly. So you press paddle up and it'll say depress accelerator. So for example, if you keep your foot down the accelerator and don't release the brake, this will happen. So it'll automatically cancel and goes back to Sport Plus again. So you have to reselect Race Start. Okay,
So engine up to temperature, left foot on the brake and keep it depressed. Press the traction control button, which activates sport handling mode. Next, put the gear selector into drive. Turn the gear selecting dial round to race start. Just double check around, there's no one around, and it's safe to go. Now on the screen, it'll say race start, confirm paddle up, cancel paddle down. Now, as soon as I press paddle up, it'll give me 2 or 3 seconds to depress the accelerator, and then afterwards I have to release the brake. So here we go. Simple as that. So that concludes the AMG Race Start launch control video. Now if you've got an AMG that's built in the last 10 years or so, you've got to give it a go. It's so much fun and really shows what your car can do. However, make sure you do it on a private section of road, don't do it on a public road. Get yourself a deserted car park such as this, or better still, a section on a racetrack. If you've also, I need to tell you, if you've got a car from around 2010, 2011 with a 7G gearbox, it will limit you on how many times you can do this to protect itself. According to the manual, it's 7 or 8 times before it'll come up with an error message, such as this. And then you have to drive a certain number of miles before it'll let you carry on doing this. Now I've only seen this once in the last 2 days of filming. I simply drove around the block, let the car cool down a little bit and let me continue. Now the newer AMGs don't have this, so you can carry on doing this as many times as you like. So anyway, that's enough of me waffling on. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you click on that like button, it really helps the channel. And if you haven't already, click on that subscribe button too. Now we're nearly at 25,000 subscribers, which is amazing. You keep subscribing and it'll encourage me to do more videos such as this. Thanks very much for watching. Until next time, cheers.